today I am bringing you along as I try the Revlon Illuminance Skin Caring Liquid Foundation. We'll find out if this foundation can give me the coverage I desire, the hydration my skin needs, and an inclusive shade range. This one I did pick up from Walmart for about $13, and they are offering a total of 28 shades. It's not the best, it's not the worst. I do have this one in the shade 309 Toasted Beige, and I think it's a little light. Right now we are in summertime. I do have a little bit more of a tan going on. Even though my face doesn't tan, the rest of my body does. So trying to match that, I think this one is just a little bit light. So I would like to go up in the shade next time. With that being said, it is the foundation I'm wearing today, but I do have it mixed with this L'Oreal Infallible in the shade 465 Sand. So this one, as you can see, is just a little bit darker. So now while comparing these, they look very similar, but this one comes out just a little bit darker, so I mixed them together. As far as the claims on this one, it says it's going to boost the radiance of your skin, increase elasticity, reduce skin roughness. They say that it has medium buildable coverage. They say it has no parabens, no phthalates, and no synthetic fragrance. So with that being said, let's take a look at its ingredients. It has squalane, propanediol, dimethicone, glycerin, lecithin, could be pronouncing that wrong, probably am, Epsom salt, green tea, licorice root extract. This next one I'm going to put on the screen for you. I have absolutely no idea how to say this. Sodium hyaluronate, vitamin E acetate, and last and probably least on this list is going to be bismuth oxychloride. If you've seen any of my previous videos, then you know I'm not a fan of this product. They are little crystals that can get into the pores of your skin and actually tear your skin. That's kind of what gives products that glow, that little bit of shimmer to them, but I'm not a fan. As far as the application goes, the brush I use is going to be this Essence Makeup Buffer Brush. Don't mind it, I did just use it today. It is a little dirty, but it's this flat, very dense brush. So you're able to tap this one in if you want to stipple. You can buff it a little bit if you need to do that, but you're going to get a pretty even application. I love this brush. It does come with a pump that makes all of our lives easier, and usually one pump will do. For me, since I am mixing these, I don't need more than one pump of this because I am going to be adding a different product to it. So one pump is enough to cover the face and the neck. As I mentioned, I do need a darker shade, but appearance wise, I think this one is very nice. I don't feel like it emphasizes any texture, imperfections, that sort of thing. I don't think it clings to dry patches. I think I get a very skin-like appearance with this one. It's not one that's going to make your face feel way down. Now, they did say that this one is a medium coverage foundation, which I totally agree with. I do think it is more than some of the lighter coverage products I've used. It's definitely not a full coverage. I can still see a little bit of my skin peeking through, so I would agree with that one. It's not too thick. It is, again, a very weightless formula, but it is enough coverage that it's going to even that skin tone out. Some of those smaller imperfections, you may not be able to see those once you've applied this one. As far as the blendability, I think this one does a wonderful job. I don't notice that I have to work in sections on this one as far as drying either. I usually put it all over the face and then stipple it into the skin. That could in part be because of this Essence brush, but I think the product itself is very blendable. As far as the smell goes, I don't notice any harsh smell with this one. I usually put it on and I'm not even thinking about smell. There's nothing that catches my attention with it as far as smells go, so I think you're okay if that's something that bothers you. They also mentioned that this foundation is buildable. Again, I totally agree with that. This one I have been able to put at least 2 layers on and it doesn't look cakey. The second layer looks just as nice as the first layer. As far as longevity with this foundation, for me it gets me through a full day. That's usually around 8 hours, 9 if I'm really stretching it. I don't notice any kind of lifting with this one. I do have on quite a bit today, and like in my concealer area I don't notice any lifting. Here where I put on like my bronzer, blush, highlight, sometimes in the highlight area you can get a little bit of lifting. I don't notice that today, and I actually have a lot of glitter fallout. I love almost everything about this foundation. They could have left out that bismuth oxychloride and we would have a 10 out of 10 perfect foundation. If you're interested in seeing some other foundations that I have reviewed, then I will pop those on the screen here for you. That way you can click them before you leave.